Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review. Today we're looking at the Marvel Legends series Magneto Action figure by Hasbro. This is part of the Apocalypse Build a Figure Wave series, and I'm happy to have this guy. Huge shout out to my friend Eli for helping me get this guy, and it's Magneto. I didn't have a Magneto. I do hope they make a classic Jim Lee Magneto because I think everybody hopes that, and I'm sure it's coming. I don't know. I feel like Marvel's been doing that a lot, or not Marvel. Hasbro's been doing that a lot, where to release the kind of current version of character and then go back and release the more classic version. So I'm hoping we're gonna get that with Magneto here and Storm and some other characters. But in the meantime, this figure is pretty awesome and pretty accurate to his current Uncanny X-Men. I guess the way he's drawn. I don't know the best way to put that. I will say though, to be more accurate, these little red lines on him should be just a little bit more skinnier. They shouldn't be as thick. There's some drawings were a little bit skinnier, super skinny, but none of them that I've seen are make them as thick as they are on the figure. Though it looks good. It almost reminds me of the Havoc figure because didn't he have something similar to this? Is it Havoc that I'm thinking of? I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. But figure itself, it's simple, but it's not. Like the body and everything feels simple, but then you get to the boots and the little arm guard things here and the cape, and it's pretty cool. I mean, you can take the cape off and we'll get into all that in a second, but I don't know, it feels like a simple figure but not at the same time. I know it's a weird explanation. I know I'm bad at things, but anyways, this figure does come with a few accessories. He comes with 2 pairs of heads. He comes with his masked head and he comes with a unmasked head, which both look really good. Comes with a pair of fists, a pair of these purple hands that are, I guess, supposed to be when he's doing magnetic things, and some kind of magnetic effects that are purple that look more like lightning, but they're cool nonetheless. And taking a quick closer look at the unmasked head here, I'll say it looks really good. Aside from kind of like a line of plastic right there, it's really nice. It's a really nice head. A little glossy. I wish it was just a little bit matted. I think that would help, but I like it. The hair looks good. It has like a little bit of shading, but not too much. It should probably have a little bit more, but you know what? I love it. Looks good. I mean, that is a really nice looking head. I don't lie. It's a really good head sculpt. His, main masked face he has here, again, looks really good. You can see the eyes are whited out. They are lined with some red. The eyebrows look good, and these pieces are rubbery, so you can kind of move them around. You can't take it off, but just figure I would mention that. The fists look fine. The purple hands, I think, look good. I like them. I don't know why, but I like them. I like the effect. It's really nice. I don't know. I guess some people haven't liked it from what I've been told. I'm a fan. Do they look magnetic? I can kind of see why. I mean, I can kind of see why, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like this should be lightning. You can see you just wrap it around the hand. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's something. It's better than nothing. I mean, they gave me an extra head and they gave me a pair of fists with open hands. I can't really ask for more than that with a Magneto. I mean, what do I want? Like a plastic disc that looks like metal? I think that's the only other thing. Maybe some round metal balls or something. Yeah, no, I'm happy with the accessories. I think they're good. The cape, if you want to count it as an accessory, can come off and is pegged into the back of his body here. It is a rubber peg and it does come off a lot. And I don't know, I like it. I think the armor piece looks good, though I feel like it should have used a little bit of a black wash to stand out a little bit better. But I think it's good. It's alright. It's really, really flexible, which is a bonus, I guess. But seeing as this is 2 pieces here, I'm thinking about heating it up, taking this top part off, and just making my own cape out of fabric, which if I do, there'll be a video, pictures, and stuff up at some point. But for now, I think it's alright. It sits on a little bit weird, which is one of my complaints. I know that this is soft plastic, and it's good for moving his arms and stuff, but it's bad for kind of balancing and staying down in one place. Aside from that, the figure, like I said, is pretty simplistic with the body, up until you get to these arm guards, which are removable. If you wanted to, you can pop the hand off, and you can pop these off like so, which does give him just like a barely a little bit better articulation, but I have glue on my hands, don't ask why. But it doesn't affect it as much as you would think, and you can force them in. Let me see, just a little bit more than that. There we go. Get that going in there. You can see it doesn't really change it too much, so it's there, it's alright. I do like them. I do like that we can remove them if we really wanted to for whatever reason. I guess for people making customs. The red paint on it came out pretty good, but not perfect. There is definitely some black lines going throughout the red here, where you can see that the paint wasn't, exactly, I guess, applied perfectly. The boots look good. It's really comic accurate. I will give it that. It is very, very comic accurate, aside from the fact that these lines should be just a little bit skinnier. Articulation is actually really good. You can look up about that high with the mask, and I believe you could look up a little bit more with the regular head. The mask does kind of get in the way there with the thing. I keep saying mask. It's a helmet. I know. Don't, yeah. Anyways, he does pivot just a little bit. Not too much. Again, more so with the unhelmeted head. You can look down a pretty good amount, and again, left and right. So head articulation with the helmet is a little bit limited. A little bit better with the unhelmeted head. The arm, if I can actually get it, you can see this is what I mean about the cape. It does kind of flop around and get, and I wouldn't say get in the way, because you can see, the arm here isn't really hindered by this, but it does look weird. You can try and fix it so it looks more natural, but again, it's I like it, but it's, I think, poorly designed. Anyways, his arm can go out that much, and if I can, that's why, if I can get it to go around, we can rotate all the way there. Upper bicep swivel. Does have that double jointed elbow I already showed you, which again works better without the little armor piece here, and not as good with it, but it's not too big of a deal. Rotate at the wrist, and a hinge at the wrist, which can hinge forward good. There is part of the arm guard here, so it can't go outward too much, but I think that's fine. You can lean back a pretty good amount, lean forward a very good amount. You can rotate side to side. You can kick out, very good. Can't really kick back. Upper thigh rotation. Double jointed knee that comes out really good, and boot rotation, as well as his up, back, and ankle pivot. So articulation, honestly, I like it. I like it a lot. I think they did a really good job, especially for someone who, I wouldn't say doesn't need it, but it's Magneto. Most of his motions, most of the time he's doing stuff, he's just using his hands. He's not, I would say he's not like a brawler. He's more of a, I'm moving metal and doing stuff with my powers kind of thing. He's not throwing punches a lot of the times, but the articulation being what it is, I think is awesome. Like I said, the unhelmeted head does have just a little bit more, not too much more, because the hair does come out a pretty good amount, but just a little bit better. The cape is definitely the most frustrating part of this. It's not as bad as the Mysterio cape that I did a review on yesterday, because it doesn't touch the ground, so it doesn't hinder kind of like posing, like extreme, like legs out and stuff, which, by the way, whoops, hitting camera, his legs do go out about that far, which again isn't bad. Actually, that's for a Marvel Legends, I think that's really good. For a figure who again doesn't really need it, I think that's really good. And yeah, not really much else to say here, other than let's just move on to some size comparisons before I knock something else over. So first up, like always, here he is next to the SH Figure Art Super Saiyan God Goku, and you can see Magneto is definitely a good size taller than him, staying about 6.5. And lastly, here he is next to Marvel Legends Wolverine and Marvel Legends Cyclops. You can see that Cyclops and Magneto here do stand just about the same height, with Wolverine being shorter as he should be. And yes, these are a couple of soft good customs that I made around the time I got both of these figures. The Cyclops one, I am actually going to be redoing it pretty soon, because I've gotten better since I've done it. Probably make it a little bit tighter, a little bit more streamlined. I think it'll look so much better. Might do a video on it when it comes out. And Wolverine, I just did for fun. And yes, I know these things are a little bit long, but that's just to hide the paint. Excited for the other Wolverine that's actually part of this wave, because it's Jim Lee Wolverine. And I like both of them, because I'm a fan of the era of like the brown suit Wolverine, but we'll talk about more of that when I get that one. But anyways, moving on. So overall, a very good figure that I've enjoyed since the second I took out of the package. I mean, posing this guy is just a lot of fun. I think they did a great job with the detail and everything on his suit. Again, I do feel like the lines should have been just a little bit skinnier, but it doesn't really bother me all too much. And the cape could have been so much better if the little peg was plastic, though I can see why you wouldn't want to do that, because it'd be a little bit harder to take off. Though, it really wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like it could have been done better, or the peg could have been fitted to just have that go in a little bit tighter. because it does tend to come off and it does tend to get a little bit annoying. Again, go and try and make a custom cape for that, and if I do, I'll post a video on that. Otherwise, it's great. I mean, accessories, awesome. Alternate head sculpt, awesome. Regular head, awesome. Nothing else to put here other than I definitely recommend it if you are a fan of Magneto. I know there's going to be people out there who aren't going to get it just because it's not classic Jim Lee Magneto. I'm sure he's coming, but in the meantime, I'd say this is a very good alternative. I've always liked this suit. I liked it better when it was the black and white version, the version where it was mostly black and white, not the first version where it was white and then with the black lines. Though that one's pretty cool. They're all basically the same design, this just being the latest iteration of it, but I'm just putting that out there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I will see you later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.